Hello YouTube, this is Absolute Zero, Defender of the Universe, and today I have my special guest, Network, in the building, live in effect, and today we have a very special album review. I've brought up this artist literally every single review that has happened, so it's rightfully time that we give this artist his own review. Honestly, it's a little bit of polarizing of a figure, but for today's review, we got 2004 The Carter by Lil Wayne.
Carter?
Yes, it's actually pretty polarizing figure in hip hop, but I think very, very influential. Like I said before, this album came out in 2004. This was after Jay-Z's so-called retirement, and this album was really memorable, or one of the things that really stood out is Wayne saying that he is the best rapper alive because the best rapper retired, which was a controversial statement at the time. I mean, kind of strange looking back at it because every single rapper says that they're the best rapper. So it was just interesting that this turned into like a big deal in hip hop, and you know, after that he was like so hot. You know, this marked the stylistic change for Lil Wayne, more swagger really, you know, in his delivery and in his bars. We got Manny Fresh doing most of the production on this, being the workhorse of Cash Money, who would soon leave after this project. So, wait 1 second. Okay, this is the fourth studio album from Lil Wayne,
fourth studio album, first breakout album.
Kind of crazy. This is considered his breakout album,
technically.
But you know, we had The Block Is Hot, Lights Out,
500 Degrees,
and 500 Degrees, which preceded this, and they all had moderate, you know, success, but this definitely marked Wayne's ascension to A-class musical act. You know, after this is when he was at the top of the rap game.
Well, you know, he's more a solo artist then too.
Yeah,
like literally, this was his solo album pretty much.
Yeah, because the other albums had a lot more features.
Too many features, really. He's basically the member of Wu-Tang in the South, basically, and he's finally getting his own shine when it comes down to the Carter one, basically. That's, you know, him finally getting all his hype up. He's doing his own thing. He's finally grown now. You know, it's really something to look forward to if you really, you know, pay attention to Hot Boys around that time. Only other people really around that time, around that frame, even an area really that was doing as big as him would probably be maybe fucking Master P and No Limit. That's about it, other than UGK in the South at that time. Like, nobody else pretty much had the hype, the fire, just the breath of life that the Hot Boys came to the mic with. It was very few, especially down south, artists that could accomplish that, you know. It was kind of crazy to see a group of 4 or 5 teenagers do this. I don't think anybody paid attention to that. These were teenagers that we all watched grow up.
Yeah, that's you mentioned that he did start super young.
Yeah, he was 13 when he started.
Let's lead this into the next segment.
Yep.
Where were you when you first heard this album?
Oh man, when I first heard the Carter one,
the Carter one. Yeah.
I remember being in my homeboy's car. And this was right around the era when LimeWire was real hot, I'm not gonna lie. People just started downloading like crazy. I mean, like every fucking album you can imagine. It was the beginning of Piracy, basically, right around that era. And he was one of the most pirated CDs. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I didn't myself burn the CD, but I knew so many people that did. I just fell in love with the album, listening to it from a bunch of friends, you know. And honestly, by the end of the day, I went and bought my own copy because of that. Literally because I had heard it so much with all my friends. And Like, especially, oh man, I heard Birdman Jr., that was enough to make me buy the album. I'm not gonna lie. I hadn't heard anybody just go ham like that on the track in forever. Last person that probably went that hard was probably Nas. Probably, maybe what, one mic? Maybe.
Was that?
I don't know. Like, man, it's just been a while since I heard somebody just go ham on the track. Or maybe Jay-Z and them with the Renegade. Yeah, that's bro. It's very few songs that I could put next to Birdman Jr. To be completely honest with you, like when we talk about Wayne, if you don't say Birdman Jr., like I pretty much don't pay attention to you. I'm not gonna lie. You say Carter 2, I'm not even gonna wink at you.
And as you can tell, Network. This is definitely.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm gonna tell y'all, very hardcore lyricist. Sorry. I don't care what you say. If you can't listen to your same artist without the song playing in the background and have the same effect, then that artist is garbage. I don't care what you say. That's just how I feel.
You notice how
I fuck with Jeezy, but I can't listen to him without the song.
You notice
just saying
how he says this for Lil Wayne, but moving on, I will say where I first heard this album. First heard this album in like 2006, I want to say, and I'm just gonna be honest, I didn't really give this like 100% chance because like I just wanted to listen to it so I could point out its flaws, so that I could like talk shit to the Lil Wayne dick riders, because the dick ride train was long, and deep.
It was. They were,
and I wanted to just like tear it down. So when I listened to it to do this review, I'm not gonna lie, I listened to this album a lot, maybe like 10, 12 times, just so it could like sink in. And after like the 6th time through, I was like, you know what? I don't really hate this album. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, I just hate his obnoxious fans, which actually, they kind of all disappeared now, so. You know, moral of the story.
I honestly think you're right on that. Like, most people don't dislike Wayne. You dislike his fan base. You don't not like Wayne. Just get that thought out of your head. Everybody likes Wayne. Don't say you don't like Wayne. You just don't like the people that like Wayne. That's a fucking different story. Those people are fucking idiots. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'll tell you straight up. I like Wayne. He's not in my top 10.
Yeah.
Period.
That's a fair
assertion. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, as far as lyrical ability, and I put it to you like this. If it were ever possible, Wayne, I hope you're hearing this, I'd rather see Wayne battle. That's just me.
Here's my thing.
I'd rather see Wayne battle.
I wish Wayne had, like, expanded more and done more topics. And did, like, I mean, there's even good rappers that I kind of feel like struggle with this. Like, I feel like I wish... I don't know, Ghostface would talk about more things instead of like, you know, this Wu Gambino. You know, I mean, it's nice, don't get me wrong, but it's like Wayne kind of suffers from that, like,
stuck in his environment.
He's stuck in,
that's what it is.
In fucking bitches on every song. Like, like every verse, come on, man. Like,
I mean, but seriously though, like,
can you get
how much could you really expect from somebody who saw $1 million before they were 16?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like, but on the other hand, like he's peddling the street life, and you're like, man, I don't know how much of this is Wayne.
This is very true, but in the same token, like, you can't refute the fact that, like I said, he was one of the hot boys. This was somebody that made so much money in high school, he could have dropped out and just been like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying?
He went to high school?
Briefly. We'll get to that. But, you know what I'm saying? What I'm saying for the most part is, like, you know, Wayne, at that time, like, you know, he's just kind of stuck in being that 504 boy. You know what I'm saying? He has not, in the Carter 1, grown yet. Because this is his grown-up album. You know, this is him finally being a man. Being his own person. Doing what he wants to do. Doing what Wayne wants to do. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, if the guy grows up and he still wants to fuck bitches and smoke blunts and, you know, drive expensive cars, who am I to judge? You know what I'm saying? Jay-Z does it. We just don't say shit to him.
I say shit to him all the time.
Well, I mean, yeah, but come on now. You can't really say, you can say something, but you can't really say something.
Yes,
I mean, come on now. But, I mean, come on, think about it like this, man. Like, just honestly, I say Wayne is good because, not because of the content that he has with him, it's his mentality about the content that he has. Nobody would rhyme the way that Wayne does. Even though a lot of people have the complaint that he's more sporadic. he's just everywhere at the same time. And people say he lacks consistency because of that. Actually, I would say the opposite. He has consistency because he has that mindset of being everywhere at one time. Like, you're talking about somebody that has come out and said he is the best rapper alive. So why shouldn't the best rapper alive be able to hit any subject anytime? You know? I mean, just in the freestyle. People don't say, oh, you ain't real because your freestyles ain't coherent. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody kind of comes from where they come from. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of how the Carter 1 is to Wayne. It's the epitome of who he is and where he's come from at this point, you know? It's the grown-up 504 hot boy that everybody wanted.
Okay.
That's what it is.
Let's get into the top tracks for the album. We'll get back to this discussion a little bit later. So, what were your high moments in this album? What are your top tracks?
Oh, man. Really, I could just take you through the album. To be completely honest, though, the walkthrough caught me. Because up until the point of the Carter, people do, like, you know, little skits where they may rap or whatnot like that. But who gives you a legitimate walkthrough of their house? Pretty much like, I can go watch Cribs right now. And every fucking thing he said on the walkthrough was pretty much in his crib. You know what I'm saying? Like, who else does that? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. My intro to my CD is me telling you what's in my crib, rapping about it. Come on now. Who fucking does that? Like, that's some extremely rich shit. Excuse my French, but come on now. You know what I'm saying? Like, just the creativity to do something like that for me was already over the top. Because it was like, you got a lot of people who live these lifestyles and whatnot, and they talk about it, but it's a certain way that you talk about certain things that people know. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just know that's an undeniable truth for this person. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the way he just presented it, you just knew everything he was saying. Like, it's literally like when he was rapping the walkthrough, you can see yourself in Wayne's house. After the walkthrough, of course you got the radio hit, Go DJ. You know, everybody loves fucking Go DJ, man. How could you not love Go DJ, man? Shit, it was a fucking single, man. Come on now. Like, especially, like, people love Go DJ so much, especially me, I know, because this is the return of Manny Fresh. When was the last time you heard Manny Fresh do anything? You know what I'm saying? Before this, like you said, we're talking about, what was it, 500 Degrees before this?
Yeah.
And I know that was, what, 01, I think? So you talking about a couple years in the making that we haven't heard any Manny Fresh, you know, and for a lot of people they're like, yeah, I don't know. But as a beat maker, man, let me tell y'all, it's only a couple beat makers out there that I respect like that. Timbo, obviously, Just Blaze, another guy, and fucking Manny Fresh. I don't care what anybody else say, but me personally, that's just my top 3. I just gotta go with them, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of other people, no disrespect to anybody else, I respect all y'all, you know, but it's my top 3 producers, you know what I'm saying? So you talking about, to me, maybe arguably one of the best rappers, period, you know what I'm saying, combined with one of my personal favorite beat makers making another hit single. So, of course, that was just crazy. I remember I was in my homeboy's car once again, listening to this shit. Actually riding to school, actually, you know. And that's actually how I heard a lot of the Carter, I'm not gonna lie. I heard it during my lunch break, literally, during school. It's kind of funny. Me and my homeboy, we used to go out and get something to eat, like, you know what I'm saying, skip a little lunch class, you know, don't tell nobody. You didn't hear that, Mom. Anyway, we just skip class, you know what I'm saying, just ride around in the car and whatnot, you know what I'm saying, chill, you know what I'm saying, and one of the main CDs he always had, Carter 1, you know. Really, for me, that was me returning to being a Lil Wayne fan, to be completely honest with you. I've been a Lil Wayne fan because I've always had people who've played the Hot Boy stuff, so I'm very familiar with it. You know, loud pipes, all that type of stuff. But like I said, the Go DJ for me was the first time I was able to recapture everything that I loved about the Hot Boys and just have that with just Wayne. You know, that's kind of awkward. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like you know what I'm saying, the first time people were really able to connect to Ghostface out of Wu-Tang. You know what I'm saying? Or the first time you were able to connect with just Method Man. Like, it just becomes a mind-blowing experience when you can connect with somebody based upon a sound that they have. You know, it just gives you that nostalgia of something else that you love so much, you know. Man, let me think, what else was on that list? Going down, I think the next thing that caught me, obviously track number 4, Birdman Jr. Can't forget that. Wayne's best song. I don't care what nobody say. You know, if you have an argument, it's not an argument with me, it's an argument with you. But I'm just letting you know, Birdman Jr. is Wayne's best song. I say that based upon lyricism, with, you know, no other regrets but that. You know what I'm saying? It's just, pure lyricism that put that song on the map to me. It was not the beat making skills. It wasn't, of course, it wasn't fucking Birdman talking shit in the background. Like I said, it was just the first time you hearing Wayne explode. You know what I'm saying? For me, it was entertaining as fuck. I'll give you a top 3. I'll say Birdman Jr. is probably gonna be my number 1. That's just me. Like I said, no disrespect to anybody else, any other Wayne fans. That's just me. On the Carter, number 1. Number 2, I'm probably gonna say had to be Who Wanna. That is just me. Like I say, this is coming from a lyricist, so you know my opinion is gonna be biased towards what I feel are the best lyrics on the album. And the last thing I probably had to say on that was probably On My Own. Because On My Own was I think to me was the first track that it really spoke to me. You know, I was right at that age where I was in high school, you know, I was really coming into my own, you know what I'm saying? So I really connected with that track a lot. You know, that's probably my top 3 on the Carter though. Besides my top 3, it's hard for me to pick out other songs that are specifically great on the Carter. You know what I'm saying? It's just that the entire Carter had a level that was just, you know, the bar was kind of set really high for the Carter, even for Wayne. You know, it was a really high bar. And to be completely honest with you, I don't even see most artists coming out now with a lot of content as good as the Carter one. Not on their first album, at least. You know, like I said, we're not saying that this is the first album for Wayne, but we're technically his first breakout album. You know, we talk about Wayne, you know, the grown up man himself, just Wayne, not, you know, Hot Boys, no other affiliations or anything like that. So, yeah, outside of that, man, like I said, I think it's kind of tough to see too many other artists with
You see, I feel like I come at this from a different perspective, because I feel like when I listen to Wayne, I'm not necessarily listening for lyricism. I'm just listening to it to have fun and not take what he's saying too seriously. Because if he really took what he was saying too seriously, then I feel like it opens him up to like all this different kind of criticism. But I just like really, like for me, I just want to have fun with it, and you know, the songs that have the best productions and just sound, you know, good and catchy and are earworms, which is like the first top track for me is gonna be This Is the Carter, because even though Birdman's hook is like so corny, it's like, hold on to your teenage daughter, this is the Carter. I'm like, it's like so terrible, but it's so catchy. It's kind of just silly and over the top. The next that I would say is like, We Don't, you know, like same reason. It's just like a earworm. It's like, we don't give up, we fucking, we don't, like, I don't know. Ain't That a Bitch is my first personal favorite song on the album. I feel like that's the most heartfelt, at least on the hook, almost like inspiring feeling, like this motivational sounding song. And I normally don't even go for motivational songs like that.
Honestly, I think that to me is where the people got I like the Carter 2 thing from. That was his whole swag on Carter 2, basically. Was kind of like that more grown up, uplifting, I don't want to necessarily be out here still wilding type feel, you know? Like, I understand why people would like that shit a lot. I actually I Miss My Dogs for that same reason too. Because it seemed more, I mean, a lot of people say they don't like that song, but let me tell you, you wouldn't understand until you had somebody that close to you that you lost.
On My Own, kind of fucked with that. And then the last one is Shine. Like, it was straight. It was like a radio
Jazzy Faye.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds good, but I don't necessarily like the lyrics like that much. Sounds good. It's catchy.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna put this out here. Wayne only did that song because he realized Manny Fresh was on the whole album and nobody else had produced any other beats. Why not go get somebody who's making hits around this time? You know?
Hey, man.
Jazzy Faye is at this time, you have to remember, is still making a lot of songs with Sierra. I think, if I'm not mistaken, that's Sierra's first or second album. I can't remember which one, but This is around the time when Jazzy Faye is really making his mainstream appearance now too. When we talking about that era between 2002, 2004-ish, where the dance trap kind of thing came about. So I mean, yeah, it makes sense on a business move to get somebody else who, you know, is well respected at that time to do something with, you know. But for me personally, Wayne, you could cut that shit out.
Get to the next section. What are the worst tracks on this album?
Ooh, the worst tracks of the album, man. Let me think. Let's start with the one you just said. Earthquake. Well, I'm sorry. We have a discrepancy. I don't know if it's called Earthquake or Shine, ladies and gentlemen. We found two different things, so I don't know what's going on. But Jazzy Faye, this is directed at you. You know. Anyway, I ain't like that shit. I'm not gonna lie. Out of the entire album and the feel of it, for me, from cover to cover, to me, I just felt like it didn't belong. That's just me. You know, I appreciate the versatility in the song and the different sound that it had from the rest of the album, but I don't like it in chronological order of the album, if that makes sense. You know, yeah, I really wish they had just left that one off, man, to be completely honest with you. Like, I don't know, what's your synopsis of that song, why it was so, you know, impactful for you, but to me, like I say, maybe it's just I'm not a dance person, quote unquote. You know, like I'm not into the whole.
It's not really a dance track. Though.
It's not a dance track. I'm not saying that it's a dance track. I'm not saying that, but it has more of a.
Dance.
No. It has more of a dancey feel. As in, if I played this if I DJ'd this at a party and it just happened to be a bunch of older people there, I don't mean like old, but you know, people in their 40s, 50s, you probably wouldn't notice it's a Wayne song. That's what I mean. You probably just fly way over your head that Wayne just came on and you just be fucking dancing to it. You wouldn't know. You know, in the sense of the rest of the album to me had a definite presence that was undeniable. And this was one of the songs to me that didn't really have a presence, if that makes sense. Honestly, they're not songs, but I'm not gonna lie. I didn't like the skits.
Yeah, I
hated the skits. I fucking hated the skits. I hated the skits because personally, you know, me, network. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. So when you talking about hearing things that happen on the block, you know, that's not something you need to really make a skit about. You could open your fucking door window, you know what I'm saying, and hear everything that's going on in the streets at all times of the day or night. So to me, it was very insignificant to, I guess I see what you're trying to do, give people a taste of Louisiana, you know what I'm saying, but it was well unneeded, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't fucking like the skits, man. Now, I do like the walk in, walk out. Because like I said, he's, you know, giving you a tour of his entire house and actually has some type of truth to it, you know? But these skits, man, I honestly felt like it was just time savers. Cash Money Millionaire shouldn't have been on that album. Cash Money Millionaires could have went on Carter 2 and it'd have been straight. That's just me. You know, it has more of a Carter 2 feel to it. It wasn't like a. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't get the fucking point of the song. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's no fucking it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you're a Cash Money Millionaire. Like, all you had to do was show me the back of your fucking CD with the label on it, and I'm like, okay. You know what I'm saying? If you'd put track number 5, C back of CD, I'd have been cool with it. You know what I'm saying? But you gave me a whole song about some shit I already know. You know, so it's kind of like.
Yeah, so.
You preaching to the choir right there, Wayne.
As he kind of alluded to, the first track of my worst tracks of the album is gonna be Cash Money Millionaire. I did not like that song. Getting up in, cause I ain't fair. I'm a motherfucking Cash Money Millionaire. And then the horn line, bro.
I'm not gonna lie, I think it was Birdman.
So, like,
I think Birdman killed it for me.
Birdman was bad,
yeah.
But the other problem is that beat, bro. Like, okay. Network really likes Natty Fresh.
That's a dead spot in production.
I personally am not that big a fan. Because I feel like the sounds, like, and the kits, like, let's be honest, these beats would not fly in 2015. Like, they're a bit simplistic.
I don't know, man.
Like, especially the synths and the horns on this are like so dry and like generic.
They are, but it would fly because we
I
just
don't know, bro.
no.
Like, there's
I
a
know.
lot of generic sounding beats
know.
in this album. Is just the point that I'm trying to make. And Casual Millionaires kind of like was like the pinnacle of like, wow, this I can't believe this beat actually made
But
it.
tell me you don't think
album.
that shit would hold water with shit now? Like I'm sorry,
I
we from the same city. No disrespect, but I hate that fucking Dej Loaf song. I don't care nobody.
Wait, are you talking about the
Try
That's
Me?
Them? That's
No, not that one. That one's alright.
What?
But the Try Me, no. From the beat all the way down, no. With beats of that quality, you know what I'm saying? Like, they'd have a chance now, bro. They may not be good, but they have a chance.
I mean,
They have a legitimate chance.
I mean,
Legitimate.
every once in a while you get like terrible beats. I mean, bitch, you guessed it, right?
Yeah. That shit was nothing but a couple bass lines and some piano.
Like, okay, obviously you can still have a hit song on a shit beat, but it doesn't make.
We gotta do a session on you retarded ass fucking beat makers and producers. Stop giving us this bullshit and give us the shit that we want. You know what I'm saying? I think personally that's why I like the Carter One so much, because I wanted a Hot Boy version of something grown up. You know what I'm saying? Like I wanted to see, you know what I'm saying, the Hot Boys grow up. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's something I always wanted to see. You know what I'm saying? Like, just musically, you know.
I'm gonna have to bring it back into this worst track category. Fuck that track. And Snitch. Okay. Snitch. Like, okay. As far as Lil Wayne is concerned, it's kind of weird because he's doing all this like gangsta stuff, but he doesn't really, to me, make it into a persona. He's almost like trying to be like, oh, I do this stuff. And it's kind of weird for me because I feel like this is the pinnacle of me not buying the persona that he's trying to portray. Like you're gonna kill snitches for snitching, and it's like I can't even get behind the sentiment of what he's saying. You know, we're gonna kill these snitches for, you know, snitching on people who, you know, killed their loved ones and such. Don't snitch.
I mean,
it's like, come on, bro.
It's
like,
one of those moral gray areas because, like,
come on, bro.
No,
bro.
It's snitching itself. I feel like it's a bad terminology.
I feel like you can be like, okay, if you perpetrated a robbery with someone and it's your homeboy or something, okay, like don't snitch. But if someone killed one of your loved ones, I'm telling y'all, snitch. Snitch on these niggas. Send these niggas to jail. Well, unless, you know, you're going to put yourself in mortal danger. So in that case, don't snitch on them.
I personally find it best to mind your own fucking business. So,
but that's what I'm saying. If it is your business, why the fuck wouldn't you? Whatever. You have to agree to disagree.
Mind your business, people.
Don't like the song.
Mind your fucking business.
fuck the sentiment of the song. Don't care for it.
But I will say this though, because we just had this discussion, you know, it's off camera obviously, but you got to look at the other end of that stick. You got Wayne on one end who's saying he's doing all this stuff, whether you believe it or not. You know, obviously, you know, Zero's case, he's just kind of skeptical of it for him, you know. But
I do.
Then you got people like Bobby Smurda, you know. So it's kind of like, do you really say that shit or do you not say that shit? You know what I'm saying? Because like, if you don't say that shit, does it not exist? You know what I'm saying? Is that not a part of this artist's arsenal, or you know what I'm saying? Is it not part of his personality? Or,
I think the moral of Bobby Smurda
but it's
is
like,
that you don't.
But it's like when you do open your mouth,
that you don't.
You turn to Bobby Smurda. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, yeah, you know.
That's my whole point. That supports my argument. He shouldn't have been talking about fucking shooting niggas with AR.
Music should be
having a legal AR.
Music should be
art right now.
You know?
Dude, come on.
I mean, but we can't say that if there was a hypothetical, you know, not saying this will happen or ever it's gonna happen, but if there was a hypothetical raid of fucking 2 Chainz' van right now, who's to say he won't have 3 pounds of weed in there? We don't fucking know. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you can't say oh, this nigga been bullshitting, and 2 he does, he caught with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, this is fucking 2 Chainz. You know what I'm saying? So
I feel like 2 Chainz at least does a good job of setting up a persona for himself and being like, okay, this is my persona. This is
exactly.
who I am.
So I feel like can't make that difference. Yeah.
To do that, like, or if he does it, he doesn't like make it clear that
there's a difference.
Yeah. Okay. I feel like that's kind of the difference. But let's talk about
I see what you're saying.
Wayne and the Carter One's legacy, because what is the legacy of the Carter One?
Well, really, shit, the legacy, shit. Without the Carter One, you don't have any more Carters. First of all, to some of you, that's a blessing. You know, without Carters, yeah. Like, what the world? What would it be? Shit. I mean,
Carter 5 on the way.
In all seriousness, though, without the Carter, I feel like you don't have the return of Wayne. Like, you just don't. You know, all his mixtapes of that time that really spawned from the Carter, everything from Louisiana to fucking Dedication, Drought series, whatever series you really bring up, all stemmed from the Carter. It stemmed from people wanting to see that grown up hot boy actually go ham, you know, and I think he realized that after Carter 1. Carter 2, to me, it actually ended up outselling the Carter 1 only because of hype, to me. But it was a good business move because at this point in time, Wayne was one of the few people that had said, I'm going to take over the mixtape underground and basically build up so much hype that I take away options for other future fans outside of, you know, those of Wayne to like other artists. You know, I mean, how can you sit there and say you like half the people you do when Wayne puts out a mixtape, you know what I'm saying, about half the time that they do, you know, and he does it consistently. You know, especially around the time frame, it's like you had no chance to really say I don't fuck with Wayne because by the time you listen to Drought 1, Drought 2 came out. You know, it was kind of like that. You know, he just had so many different series of mixtapes that it was just like you don't have, you know, that gap where you can't listen to Wayne, so you're just like, Wayne. You know, like he's just always in your face, right around that era, right after Carter 1. So that's to me, that's kind of his legacy. He built the I'm gonna be here in your face type legacy. He did that through the mixtapes from Carter 1.
Well, here's my thing. The swag, the persona, and like the cadence that Wayne used in the Carter 1 has pretty much defined popular rap music. Like pretty much everyone, like he started this swagger and this delivery in hip hop, which you can just, everyone's copying it. Like, you know what I mean? To a certain degree, like, you know, we can look at artists like Young Thug, 2 Chainz, Future, Rich Homie Quan, Ray Smurd, A$AP Ferg, Travis Scott, Migos, Tyga, Drake, all of them, like all of that swag that they put on, you know, Wayne, and emphasis, that's all Wayne, and that all starts on this album, the Carter 1. So really, I think that like that's, you know, kind of like his legacy is that he was so influential on delivery and style and even like subject matter. You know, and this is for better or for worse, because on the one hand, like, it's kind of like a lot of people are samey, but on the other hand, he did progress, you know, styles and eccentricity in hip-hop. So, you know, I mean, I give him credit where credit's due. He did make hip-hop a lot more interesting and flavorful. But, yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say. Is there any reasons why someone should listen to this album if they have not listened to it yet? What would you say?
Oh yeah, if you somehow manage to listen to Wayne without listening to the Carter 1, first of all, I'm just gonna tell you I'm baffled. I don't know how you survived in life this long, but if you haven't listened to the Carter 1, I will honestly tell you. First, let me start off by saying, if you're not part of this quote-unquote younger generation, because the younger generation to me seems to gravitate towards the less focused, less content Wayne. You know, they like the Carter 3 type things. You know, like me personally, I stopped listening to Carter 2. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a big Wayne head, and I probably won't listen to Carter 5. That's just me. You know, it's just I can't see Wayne going back to what he was. You know, like at this point, he's just got too much under his belt. You know, he's gone in too many different directions. He's just fucking lost it to me. You know, when you do stuff like Rebirth and then you try to make another hip hop album right after, it's like, I understand people want to, you know, expand their horizon, go to different genres and whatnot, but some people just need to stick to what the fuck they do.
That was not a different
But
on another note,
he got rock beats and rapped over him. Let's just be honest. But you know, I like I said, man, just do what you good at.
He got hip hop beats.
Do what you good at
With a guitar. If you just want to have fun, listen to something that's fun and upbeat. Definitely entertaining. Why not? You know, listen to the Carter one. Don't expect anything mind altering or world changing to occur. And yeah, if you go into that mindset, worth a listen to. It gives us the beginning of some solid trends in hip hop. So yeah, that's gonna be pretty much all from our review. Where can they find you on the internet network?
I am actually working on a lot of stuff right now. I will have to get back to you guys on a solid area to find me.
Alright, YouTube. Network has terrible social media.
I do. I have terrible social media.
Although he calls himself on Twitter.
Yeah. Yes, I've had some foreseeable troubles with that as well.
Alright, guys.
Yeah. But alright. I'll let y'all. We out. Deuces.
Gotta get up.
I'm walking out too. My bad.
So please let me know if you don't love me, then let me go. Talking like you will, but I know that you won't. Thinking I'ma stay, what the fuck are you on, bitch? You must not know the